X-Men Dark Phoenix. The end of an era, the end of a franchise, but was it really worth it? Let me first preface this review by saying I did try to like this movie. And by that I mean, it wasn't good. I tried to like it. I tried my best. Went in thinking it'd be good. Exited being... I guess I will start with the positives. The acting in this movie is pretty good. All the people who were cast did a good job with what they were given with. They weren't the best performances I've seen from these actors, especially James McAvoy, who I still believe has been snubbed an Oscar with Split, but hopefully he will get some recognition with Glass, because I did really like him in this movie. And in Glass, I should say, because it really shows his range as an actor. And he does a good job with Professor X this time, that's all I'll say. Michael Fassbender is also really good as Magneto. The shame with his character is that we've seen this arc done millions of times before. He goes into hiding for an unknown reason and then is brought back by some unbeknownst evil, which, I don't know, it seems repetitive and lazy at this point, because we've seen it done from this, let alone new era, I think multiple times. Not too sure though, but I'm pretty sure it's been done before. Also, Sophie Turner was decent in this movie. It's decent. I guess she did the best with what she was given. She was not given that great of a script. You can tell from the writing it's not that good. You can also very obviously tell that this is the directorial debut of a long-term X-Men writer. He isn't the best at filming, and you can tell he shouldn't have been given this much power for this movie, because directing an X-Men movie isn't something little. Bryan Singer did it really well, but I don't know, this guy just wasn't as good, if you know what I mean. He had a few scenes in the movie where it was just two characters talking, just a dialogue section, and he made it seem really boring. Just, I don't know, it was just boring exposition. There was one near the middle of the movie with Beast and Mystique, where they go through a big exposition dump, and it bored me to death. It was, I don't know, it wasn't good, but I don't know. The final real positive in this film is that they did have a really cool train fight scene at the end of it. The scene was about only this long, so wasn't much you could do with it. But with what they were given, it did look really, really cool on the big screen. You could see all the characters use their powers in different ways. And man, Nightcrawler went on a vicious killing spree. He put on the weirdest grin and then just charged, killing everyone. I was surprised it only made it into an M-rated movie, which here in Australia, M is unrestricted but recommended 12+, and it did seem like it came out of an MA-15 movie, so take that into consideration before saying it, I guess. I do stand by my opinion that this movie isn't as bad as X-Men Apocalypse. I thought that movie was god-awful, didn't like it, turned it off 3 times before actually finishing it, because I just got that bored of it. But I don't know, this one does bring up continuity errors though, however, with Jean having the Phoenix Force, because in Apocalypse, she used the Phoenix Force against Apocalypse, and yeah, in this one it just carries on as if she didn't have it, which seems weird to me, but I don't know, I'm just confused as to why they'd go that direction with the character, considering she already did have the Phoenix Force. After watching Apocalypse, I thought it would just skip the origin and just have Jean already have the Phoenix Force inside of her, but have the really long descent into mayhem in it, which I think would have worked better than this film, where it's just a space trip gone wrong. I don't know. The guy did what he did. We can't judge him for it. He didn't do a great job in the movie, didn't do a horrible job. It just was bland. Now, is this film good? No, it's horrible. It's really not good. I walked out thoroughly disappointed. There are moments that were enjoyable, for example, the aforementioned train fight sequence, but other than that, you didn't have much to go with. There was some cool guess, cool character arcs. Jessica Chastain's character was completely useless. I thought she was horribly boring in this movie. I was confused as to what she was at first, but spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. She is a group of aliens known as the Dabari, I think. I will correct it if I got it wrong. But they're basically the Skrulls. And we saw that earlier in the year with Captain Marvel, which I thought did the alien transformation thing way better than this one. Because her whole goal, it is a major plot point in the movie, but it just seemed useless. It seemed a waste. Because I know Jessica Chastain's a good actor. Her in Molly's Game, I think it was a 2017 film, was awesome. She was a really good actor, and I'm really excited for It Chapter 2 later this year. But I just think she was wasted in this movie, to be honest. I don't know. She didn't seem to be necessary, and it felt like a reshooted plot thread, which I heard this movie did have a lot of reshoots, but I believe that was just with the train scene. I'm not too sure. Just in general, I'm really disappointed with the X-Men franchise so far. It started off decently good. I liked the first two X films. X3, I didn't hate as much as everyone else did. I did like the final third act where it was a bunch of mutants just fighting. But ever since the new era of X-Men movies started, they've had a drop in quality, a decent drop. Because I thought X-Men First Class was really good. Same with Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past is my favourite X-Men film so far, not including Logan and Deadpool, obviously. But ever since then, with Apocalypse and then Dark Phoenix, I just think they've wasted the characters. They've wasted this franchise, and they've practically burnt the reputation of this franchise because of this film. It's not good. You shouldn't go see it. And I don't know. Overall, I did find something to enjoy in this movie. It had a lot of wasted potential, a lot of plot threads that I didn't like. It had one line from Cyclops, and he's trying to be dead serious, and you'll know when you see it. And I've been laughing at it for the past 2 weeks since I've seen this movie. Cyclops had a really cringy line in this movie, and I've been laughing at it for weeks. So, yeah, I guess, should you go see it? No, it's not worth it. It's just a waste of your time. I thought it was a waste of my time. I wanted it to be good, I really did, but overall my final score is a 3.5 out of 10. If you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much. It means a lot to me if you've actually sat through and watched this. I'll try and have another review up for the new Man in Black movie soon, since that's more relevant. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, I have an Instagram account at Riley Reviews, where I've been doing this reviewing thing for a lot longer than I have the YouTube career. And I'd really appreciate it if you want to check it out. It would mean a lot to me, you know. So, that's all from me this time. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.